Hello, I'm Go3File. I'm E3. I'm not particularly good at the game, but I basically only play Vyper. People ask me to make a Vyper guide, so here it is. Starting off simple. The first ability, Dagger. You land it, you do damage. It's that simple. Second ability, you don't even need to land it. It's relatively short range, but it does damage. And more damage if they are low. And now the third ability, Slide. This is your bread and butter. Okay, the bread and butter analogy doesn't really make sense, but I wanted to say it so I can sound smart. So what does Slide do? It does two things. First of all, it lets you slide in a tighter circle than other champion, as you can see here. Second, it lets you slide uphill. And just like when you're sliding downhill, sliding uphill will gain or maintain momentum. So what does this mean? Well, what do you see here? A Viper stuck in the ground! Okay, yes, but no. Look closer. This is an uphill and a downhill. So can Vyper slide abuse this? Of course it can. Look at this. By using this ramp, you can increase Vyper slide distance. How is this practically useful? Well, the place that you will most often use the ramp is probably at the walker. It lets you extend your slide for far longer against a static target like the walker, which makes it way easier to do. But of course you can use this anywhere. The entire map is filled with ramps. And after all that yapping, we're finally down to the ult. Now the ult is actually what makes Vyper a Karen. Why? Because you cancel everything! Flash ult, cancelled. Haze ult, cancelled. Infernus Flame Dash, cancelled. When was the last time you saw this many things cancelled? Now ult actually gets way freakier than this. If you've been watching any of my recent videos, you will know that APR actually pierces Bola. And then that might have got you thinking, what else does it pierce? Well, it pierces Calvin ult, but only if you get close. It pierces McGinnis wall, but it's kind of finicky sometimes. There's another item that's actually freakier than APR, and that is Split Shot, because it pierces without having to even go close. Like, it just straight pierces. Not that this is particularly useful, but you know. And the last few caveats, Split Shot does not pierce Bola. APR does not pierce Metal Skin. And if you combine Split Shot and APR, you actually lose damage on Bola. Anyways, like and subscribe if you learned something. And if you didn't, make sure you call me fat and ugly in the comments. If enough people enjoy this video, maybe I'll make more of this type of content in the future. Subscribe, build IDs in the description, join the Discord. I'll see you next time.